we start a treatment, it is done with the intention of helping another to improve the condition that is affecting him. This intention will energetically open the synchronizations that will lead the patient to complete the healing. The universe or unified consciousness listens or feels these intentions. When the intentions are in harmony, the universe responds and allows the synchronizations. If a person has interest in not healing, because being sick brings him benefits that he does not want to lose, then this path will be hindered and it will become a struggle between the intentions of the healer and the real intentions of the patient. Every patient can be taken by his family to a healing center with the good intentions that he improves, and there are times when the person follows what his family wants, but inside he does not want to improve because he does not want to continue on earth and sees the disease as an escape route. All people interested from the soul in healing can achieve it, because energetically they will be synchronized with the universe that will lead them towards healing. The intentions, although one does not perceive them as something material, are even more important than the disease itself, because all diseases respond to the consciousness of the individual. It is important to understand that everyone is free to decide whether or not they will heal. A disease can fulfill a teaching purpose in the person, may have to learn or realize something important that will help him in his expansion as a soul. Freedom of choice is always considered as the primary right of a soul. We are all unique souls who choose to walk a path that will lead us to what we want to achieve as a purpose. If you interfere with the purpose of a soul, you will be diverting it from its path, from what it wants to experience. When we focus our attention on ourselves, we guide our own path, which is ours by right, and we freely choose what we want. The freedom of each person should not be interrupted by a third party who wishes to guide the decisions of another at his convenience. Just as we desire freedom, so do others. We are all free. In the case of a person with a disease, the healer will be there as a guide, offering his help with his wisdom, and it is the deceased person who decides on his life. When we start a healing session, it is key to understand this concept. One helps, but it is the person who decides to heal, not the healer who will impose the healing. All people who wish to heal will make an effort and look for those who can help them. Healers will be able to help them in what the patients are willing to receive. We all have that freedom. We are free. Those who are very sick are free too, because they are the leaders of their lives. A terminally ill person should also have the right to decide, as long as he has the conscience to do so. You should not do what the family expects, but respect the patient's will. When someone seriously ill is admitted to a hospital, it is important to take the measures that the patient wants, no matter what they are. They are the responsible for their future, the ones who choose, not the family. When a body is so damaged that it loses consciousness, the best way is to let it live, because when a body is kept alive by force, the consciousness remains anchored to the body and cannot be free and live. For a soul, there will always be more possibilities to incarnate in other bodies. Keeping them by force only perpetuates suffering. A soul departs when it has decided that it is time to depart. Letting it go after an accident is letting that soul continue its journey. We all have in us a previously planned life map. This map has decided some places where the person will be, some people that he will meet, some actions that he will take, and also choices to make once incarnated. These choices to make are also related to dying, because not only you have a single departure date, you can have several exits, which will decide the person and/or the soul when it's already walking the path. Death caused by quick diseases are exits for the souls. All people can choose with full freedom of action. The map is solely for orientation, because what will count at the end will be the decisions that each one makes. We like to follow our hearts during the journey of our lives, to be free and to act in relation to what we think is most convenient along the way. All the decisions are made around what we feel is best, and these decisions determine our growth. As creators, we are constantly creating our future with the decisions and actions we take. All of us have this power to create our lives, to desire what will come our way, and continue to fulfill the goals we desire from the heart, because we are people who seek expansion, not victims of an external force that drives us as they please. We can all create, and we are free to do so at will. Feeling free, letting the others be free, we allow a world in freedom, guided by the people from their own hearts. When we start a healing session, we must consider that there is sympathy between the person and his treatment. All treatments must meet the requirements requested by the patient, because only then will it go into alignment and be beneficial to him. We are all here because we want to. Each one is in the place that he wants to be as a soul, that he chose before incarnating, and that he has chosen in the present. Without the consent of a soul, we could not be free and we could not achieve expansion. When they oppress us from somewhere, it only contributes to breaking the rules of freedom. All freedom must be respected, because each soul deserves respect and to choose its own path. When you try to oppress, it is done because another is going against your own existence, and as a defense mechanism, you oppress the other. But it should never be done for the simple fact of wanting to go against the other. Freedom and life must be respected whenever you live together. They are core values of souls. Our life will always be sacred because our soul is sacred. The lives of others must be respected and cared for. And we are not only talking about people, but also about plants and animals, about all the life that inhabits the earth, including the planet itself. When you want to be free, you must respect that others want it too. You cannot force others to act in a way that will serve you. You must act in coordination with what you decide and the other as well. Mutual respect for life and freedom. We all have dreams that we want to achieve, and we all have an idea of how we would like the events to happen. When living in community, everyone's ways of living must be respected, and everyone's tastes must be integrated. In communities, you can find different types of people, with different expectations and interests, so everyone should be included, not just the majority and not just a few. We are all energetically coexisting in the universe. Respecting others is also related to not negatively affecting them with your energy or way of being or acting. When there is a negative person, he negatively affects others, so you must have enough conscience so that your way of acting does not harm the others with whom you live. You must always be conscious of the other, and you must understand that others, in their essence, are equal to you. When you go against the other, you will be going against yourself. They are another you, living and growing in other directions. They expand to one side as you expand to the other, and thus the entire universe achieves the expansion.